What's up guys, welcome to Yu-Gi Boom. I got another fun deck profile for you today, Gishki Frogs. Alright guys, so for today I'm bringing you my little Gishki Frog mix. A lot of people don't really think about this mix. You can find some like YGO duels with a deck like this and stuff, but I made this a while ago, but it kind of sucked, and then I messed around with once Toad got cheaper and got some more Toads, and then did a bunch of stuff to it. So this is a build I like. I have a lot of duel nights with friends, and we try to do as much as we can with dueling, so try to make a lot of versatile decks. So this is not necessarily budget, but it's not super meta either. I'll give tips where you could replace for better cards if you can afford it, but this is a fun deck and it's actually got still potential to be annoying. So getting into it, for our frog engine, we got our 3 swap frogs. You know, you can spam this guy depending on how many water monsters you have in your hand and keep pitching frogs every time you summon them. We got our 3 dupe frogs who will search you a frog if he's sent from the field to the graveyard. And then we got our 2 Ronin Totem. Now one thing I do a lot different than most people is I choose to run 2 Poison Draw Frog and Treeborn Frog. Because Poison Draw Frog says when this face-up card on the field is sent to the graveyard, unless it was attacked while face down and destroyed as a result of battle, which is pretty specific. But I mainly just use him from summons with Toad, and then you draw a card when he's sent to the field to the graveyard. So I like to summon him a lot with Toad and then use him as the card that I pay to negate with stuff. And then if he's sent either way, then it's whatever. And then the 1 Treeborn is just because I don't run any traps in this build anymore. I used to, and a lot of the traps are in the sideboard, but Treeborn Frog is also just free fodder for your Toad, as well as a free material for Miss Starboy now. So I really like running Treeborn Frog again. Plus he just looks nice in that weird ultra reprint. So next, going on to the Gishkis, we got 3 Zalgigas, who is still our big beater and still potentially MVP of the deck, because that OTK could still happen if, you know, just some bullshit happens. But I'm also running 1 Gust Kraken because I like messing with hands, and honestly, I just haven't run any of the old rituals in a long time. And with this deck being one of my favorite decks, I decided I'm going to do a lot of whatever I can with it. And she's actually not dead at all either, so she really helps with that. Then for the rest of the Gishkis, we got, of course, the 3 Vision and the 3 Shadow. They're your main guys for your whole Gishki engine, because he can be discarded to search a ritual monster, he searches the ritual spell, and they both can be used as the entire tribute for the ritual summon. So that's nice as well. Plus your Shadow is your target for your next Gishki monster, which is 2 Gishki Beasts. The extra deck is full of a lot of rank 4s, even though I'm only running 2 Gishki Beasts, and he's pretty much your only way of getting rank 4 plays off. So I'll go into that a little bit later of what you could replace those with, and potentially eliminate Gishki Beasts and do a little bit of other Gishki stuff if you like some of the other monsters that they have. And then this, don't judge me on this, but this is actually pretty easy to summon when you got like your frog engine deep in the graveyard and stuff, and it's really may be dumb to you, but I really like this card, and I always thought, what deck can I actually put this card in? And that's Yamada Dragon. I can't tell you how many times I sneak this in on people. Like, I'll use a lot of resources, and then at the end of them negating some Toads, I'll just banish the last couple frogs I have for 2 Ronin Totems, tribute them both, Yamada Dragon, attack over something, and even if I just do 200 battle damage, then I get to draw till I have 5 cards in my hand. And then he goes back to your hands if you know, at the end phase, but it's just, I don't know. It's just something I've always wanted to do, so you could easily take this out for like a Regeki or something, but I like that card. Moving on to our spells, we got our 3 Gishki Aquamir. That's your ritual spell. It's searchable and recyclable. You can put this card back into your deck by returning a ritual monster in your graveyard to your hand. So that's why a lot of the times if you have 2 Zalgigas in your hand, you want to use one of them as the ritual summon for the other one. Even though you got those little guys that can be used as the whole tribute, you mainly want to use them for the searching aspect of their effect. And then with the Gishki Aquamir, the other best spell you run is your 3 Salvage. This gets you almost every single monster in your deck, except for obviously the Yamada Dragon and your rituals. But it'll get you every single other water monster in your graveyard back to your hand. So I really like that card. Most people who play water decks do. 2 Twin Twister because back rows suck. I would even honestly go 3 in this if you want to. Or 3 Cosmic Cyclone, whichever one you prefer. Honestly, Cosmic Cyclone might be better because you want to send your cards from hand to the graveyard for other things mostly. The only time it really doesn't hurt you is if it's a dead Yamada Dragon or just an extra frog or something. Then 2 Moray of Greed, because you could draw the wrong mix of the water monster sometimes, get some frogs with all the rituals or something, and you don't really want that. Moray of Greed gets you out of that sticky situation. Back when I ran almost everything at this deck in 3, these were Desires instead, but this is a more budget-friendly deck, so you can do a little bit of editing. Everything still is almost at 3 in here, except for the things that can't be, and so you could easily do Desires as well. In fact, I might honestly go back to that, but who knows. Next, I'm also choosing to run 2 Forbidden Chalice, because for multiple reasons, effects are still good on monsters. This helps me, and taking out traps, I wondered what spells can I really run to still help me, you know? So I run the 2 Forbidden Chalice, and then for our 1-ofs, I run the Book of Moon, the Soul Charge, the Dark Hole, and the Monster Reborn. There's a lot of other staples you can pitter-patter between, but for me, those just seem to be working the best for this deck. Now moving on to our extra, we got 3 Totally Awesome because you got to. I mean, you're really limited on how much you can push aggressively. You're really just trying to be interruptive and get a couple toads out and be annoying. But got 3 Totally Awesome because he's just your MVP. Then the 1 Cat Shark, in case you can set up a Miss Starboy and some good plays. The Cat Shark will help you pump your Totally Awesome. And then for the rank 4s, we got 1 Castell, 1 Abyss Dweller, the 1 Bahamut Shark, because now that linking is a little easier. You can still get this off and then get a free toad and then just, you know, use this guy for something else if need be, or if your Miss Starboy goes away, just use this guy for another one. And then I'm running 1 number 37 Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark. And yeah, a lot of you are probably saying, what the hell is that? Honestly, I only run this because I was struggling to put things in here, didn't really want to put a lightning and stuff like that. So you could swap this guy out for some better rank 4s, but he's actually not that bad. He can make, when a monster declares an attack, he can make all your opponent's monsters lose 1,000 until the end of the turn, and when he's destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you could monster reborn any monster in your graveyard. So honestly, he's not a bad choice, he's just something I personally chose to run. And then I'm running the 1 Honor Arc still. Honestly, these 2 can be taken out for more links. Like, you can throw a Warlord in here and a little bit more aggressive link monsters to help this deck get a little bit more, you know, push. And then for your Zyogaigus, because you can still easily get 2 Zyogaigus, I'm running 2 Gustav Max and 1 Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon. These are just both really good. This is for the OTK. You honestly do not need 2, so this is another card you can ditch for extra link monsters, like maybe a Firewall and some other things that just help you get more stuff on board. But I would definitely keep 1 and 1 for sure. And then lastly are the 3 Miss Starboy. Pumps through your water monsters, extremely easy to make, gets you water monster back if it goes to your graveyard. So he's just got multiple uses. And like I said, a lot of these guys that are in this extra deck can be replaced to be more link monsters. And let me know in the comment sections below what you guys debate amongst each other, what you think would be better to run as link support in this deck. But that's pretty much it. As always, for these fun decks, we'll put a little side opinion on the text below. But let us know what you guys think about my Gishki Frog. And as always, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching Yugi Boom. Thanks for helping us become better duelists, and we hope we help you do the same. Peace.